the common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
Now, we do have a few things to talk about. I mean, I don't even have a ton of news or fundamentals really to talk about. All the news today is everybody's opinion on the technical analysis. Everybody's saying we're going to $40,000, or you have the couple bears out there saying we're still going to all-time lows. Now, we don't need news articles or paid articles to go over Crypto TA. We have the Todd Father for that. So, of course, we will have the man with the plan taking us all to Lambo land, looking at the charts, looking at Elliott Wave and Wyckoff. We also strive to be your one-stop shop for crypto and stock, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and news. So if you have any fundamental questions, throw them in the chat box. We try to answer as many of those as possible as well. Now, we haven't been here in a few days, so let's make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and leave a comment in the comment section below with your Rapids RPD wallet address for your chance to win 10,000 RPD. You got anything else to add, Todd?
What up, Riggs? What up, Tammy? And get ready to go over these charts a little bit.
Yeah, we got a lot of the same names in here. Bitcoin is on track for its best quarter in a very long time as far as performance is concerned. And the Ripple CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, did he have a slip of tongue, or is he just trying to please some of the Bitcoin maximalists that talk and troll XRP on a daily basis? So we'll get to that as well. Let's start with the coin market cap here. Whoa, market capitalization up to $329 billion. Bitcoin dominance surges once again to 59.4%. Whoa, Bitcoin slightly green for the day, over 11,000. Slight red across the board for all other major large cap coins besides Binance Coin, barely green, and Tron up 1.93%, but all the way back down here to the number 10 spot. Big winners for today aren't much of big winners, but you got Nexo, Quant, EDU, and Eternity up 16 to 20%. And then after that, a lot of single-digit gainers here, slightly in the green. Neo at $17.90. I think we had a high of somewhere around $19. Quick rally from our buys at $9 and $12, up to almost $20, up another 5.67% today. Raven Coin slightly over 6.5 cents to up 4.6% as well. So those are the ones we like to see doing well, ones that we've traded, and ones that we are currently long on as we speak. So let's not waste any time here, Todd. Let's look at the charts. Let's see what we think here. Do you think that people are FOMOing in too much here at $11,000 BTC? I know all this FOMO is kind of skewing the Elliott Wave counts, making it hard from that perspective. But what is Wyckoff saying? What is the software saying? And do you think we need some kind of retrace to continue higher with this massive 3x rally that Bitcoin's had in such a short period of time?
Short period of time. I mean, yeah, I would say FOMO is coming. I mean, it seems like everyone's bullish. Everyone's trying to get along. Our Wyckoff indicators, I'll show you the technometer is basically stuck at neutral, so not giving us a sell at all. Hasn't even came close to it for real. So the last buy we had was 76.70. And then we did show an Elliott Wave buy here at like 78.60, I think it was. And Elliott Wave sell at 82.90, thinking that we was going to have the triangle come back down one more time for the end of the fourth wave. But it kind of looks like now that fourth wave didn't have a triangle, had a irregular flat, which still counts ABC, ABC, and then 5 waves here. But that's about the only Elliott Wave count I can get out of it. And then out of there, we did have a triangle up here at 9,200 that I spoke about in the Discord. And I expected to rally to new highs around 9,600. Instead, we go to 11.4. So I think that's a lot of extra FOMO. It kind of looks like we're working on another triangle, which everyone's starting to see those, that we're having triangles, and then we go to the upside. So this might finally be one that doesn't work, because I can easily count 5 waves up already, which means that possibly this whole rally is done here at 11.4. And then the bullish count would be still a pretty big correction back to where the fourth started, which would be about 9,200. And more bearish count would be that another count would be that we finished the 3, and we're going to come down to somewhere, it just matters, maybe 9,200, maybe 7,800 before we go to new highs. So I think you got to be extremely careful here. Again, if it's a triangle here, then we could extend this 5th wave up to maybe 12, but I don't think it changes anything. I think up there you start having troubles breathing, and we're going to get a correction here. So but if we go to the software, you can see back down here, technometer at the 7670. That's down here when we had the buy signal, because we had the OP come into major new lows while the technometer got oversold. All these 3 days down here, 77, 7600. You can see on the way up, we got close to sells, but we were really in liftoff. And even now with a big rally, we've got the OP performing halfway decent. Volumes coming in pretty well, but technometer's at 45. So there's still nothing by our Wyckoff indicators to give us any type of sell. So, and really if we get a pretty big sell-off, even probably if we get a $1,000 sell-off from here, that might be enough to get technometer oversold again, and I'd probably have to give another buy signal. So here's Bitcoin USDT, should load here. Haven't been at this desk, but let's give it just a quick second here, and then we're going to go look at some of these other coins. Most people ask about ETC. We gave a buy on that. We gave a buy on Ripple again. So let me come back to that. Let that load. Here's a Bitcoin dominance chart we've kind of been showing. If that chart is correct, Bitcoin could fall off here while the alts, I'm going to say, hold their own. I don't think alts are going to take off. I think they're going to try to hold in. And I think US dollar value, they probably won't even get that figured out. So I'm afraid that they could still come off as well a little bit. So we got Bitcoin Cash, VCH had the quick run above the 500. We was looking for a move to 550. That was a really short E wave, so possibly just VCH can continue to work higher. ETC, we'd call this triangle in the Discord back here at about 864. Thought we'd break to the upside. We did break. We are just massing around here, kind of between 9 and 950. So I think that one will dig in and then still work higher. I just threw that $12 up there for really just to show. I'm not sure upside objectives yet. We'll probably run a point figure chart across here and try to get a better guess. I'm sure something around $12 is probably okay. And Ethereum, we was looking for a triangle here. We'll probably end up being a flat. We was looking for maybe a rally to 310, 320. The way it's holding looks like maybe it could work a little bit higher. But again, I think risk is high. So Litecoin, I show a stop here. We had a stop on some short-term longs at 134. I'm trying to show some of these things because in the Discord we're trying to give a little bit shorter-term calls, because really for a lot of PCG accounts and different things we do at the Wyckoff. I mean, Wyckoff gave all the buys on Litecoin on the way up. We've had no sell. That was really just a stop trying to protect some gains. And really, I think, I've kind of moved back into Litecoin. So I'm really back in. Do not have a buy signal. It would take a little bit more sell-off. It looked like Litecoin just got over-owned there for a while and maybe needed to consolidate. So that consolidation might be over. Even a move down to 125, I think, would probably be a buy. So be prepared in case that happens. XRP, we had showed a triangle there that possibly again ended a little bit higher at 42. And then maybe a 1-2 is finished. We're going to keep working higher there. Again, I'm having trouble on some of these Elliott wave counts. We did give a buy around 44.2. Same reason that we did on ETC. The technometers oversold. OP going to new lows. Price didn't. And again, on that one, we did give a sell at 49.2. I think I can put that on Twitter. Just, again, we're getting people wanting to trade shorter term, so I'm trying to throw some ideas out there. If you bought 44.2 or any of these previous buys, I think we'll still work higher. But it looked a little bit excited there, so I did say 49.2, you could take some off. Haven't really given a buy back, so I thought Bitcoin might fall to 10,000. NEO is one that I did talk about on here when it was back here at 1350, 1380, that I thought it was looking good. I did not get a buy on it. It went too fast on me that morning. That one had a big run from 14 to 19. And even overnight came down to 1620, back to 1790. So that's probably one that I would, if Bitcoin would fall off here and you think we're still headed higher, then NEO might still be good. Looks like there's buying coming in there.
Somebody wanted you to look at ZRX USD and maybe ADA USD as well.
Well, ZRX USD, quiet. I guess still in a triangle. I mean, I thought if you get about 38 cents, it'd start to get going, but it hasn't done that yet. So that one, probably more exciting areas to be in. We do own a little bit of that here, I think. I think Nick has a little bit. I own a little bit. ADA did break through the 10 cents that I talked about. It didn't ignite because the alts have still had a little bit of pressure here. I would think that one could still try to continue to the upside. So that's one I would pick up again if I can get a buy signal on some of these coins. But I think, again, for now, I mean, Bitcoin, even if you're bullish, Bitcoin, you know, could have a still a sell-off here. I tried to show maybe a sell-off down to 10,000, that if things look good, maybe I'd pull the trigger there to be long.
Won't we get a wick down to 10.4 or something like that?
But we're still holding right in here. So we had that first wick to 10.3, 10.6 on different things here. But I don't know. Again, those are looking like triangles. Everyone's starting to see these triangles. So maybe this is when it's finally going to fail, because I see that on Twitter. A lot of everyone's thinking it's pretty easy here. When you think it's easy, that's when you get stuck. So.
Awesome. I'll go over the couple just quick news articles I have and the giveaway from last live show. Then no real major questions in here. Everybody seems to be pretty happy. Asked about a few charts. Mark Lane wants you to look at Link and TRX when we come back. If you have any questions, throw it out there, guys. Not a lot of news. Like I said, the news today really is just all these crypto traders giving their opinion on why Bitcoin's going to 50,000. That's not really beneficial to bring on the show. So not too much to talk about. But I thought this was a little interesting. Nothing out of the ordinary. But Forbes caught a comment by Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse at the 2019 Brainstorm Finance Conference, sponsored by Fortune magazine. While pointing out that he thinks a variety of coins will thrive in the future, Garlinghouse admitted that he is currently long on Bitcoin. Now, the keys here is just the minute things that he is saying. He believes that it isn't going to be one coin to rule it all. He doesn't think that's going to be XRP. He doesn't think it's going to be Bitcoin. But he believes there's going to be a variety of coins that find success in this ecosystem. Now, I believe the next bull cycle, which we're starting to begin here, that the tide will raise all boats, and you might find many multiples of gains in various small cap, micro cap, and mid cap coins, because I believe the FOMO is going to ensue, and you're going to have another alt season, and everybody's going to be great winners if you work with the proper risk mitigation and get in the proper coins. No scams, no frauds, no exit scams, etc. Now, after this next bull cycle, I believe then you are going to need to get into the winners. Maybe one more, maybe two more, but I think at least one more. Everyone will win, but after that, it is going to be based on pure utilization and mass adoption. So you don't want to get stuck with all those bags. I don't think that there will be one crypto to rule them all. I own Bitcoin, and I am long Bitcoin. He goes on to say, that said, the CEO's statement goes a long way for communities that have traditionally been at odds. Bitcoiners have long criticized Ripple for what they view as corporate centralization, with Ripple still controlling a significant amount of the XRP supply, and even Jeb McCaleb, the former co-founder of XRP, gets to sell a certain percentage of XRP on the open market each and every day. Nothing else really to this news article. I just thought it was interesting that Brad Garlinghouse kind of has the same opinion that we have brought here on Learn Crypto day in and day out. There isn't going to be one coin to win it all. There is value propositions to some of these coins and tokens, and there is other use cases for blockchain technology other than just a global monetary system or peer-to-peer monetary transactions. I'll give in a little bit to your guys' FOMO and a little bit to your guys' hype. Bitcoin is on track for the best second quarter price gain in history, on record. Bitcoin's 165% gain so far this quarter is the second quarter performance on record and the highest quarterly percentage gain since the end of 2017. And we all know what happened there. What was that, Todd? Probably 7,000 to 20,000 in a quarter in 2017.
Right.
The stellar gains have bolstered the long-term bullish technical setup. This is his opinion on TA, so we're not going to read through any of that. But really, I just want to point out the fact that, guys, we are near record-setting gains for quarterly gains on Bitcoin. The other time it happened was when there was getting a little frothy up there. We had a blow-off top at 20,000 and obviously a massive correction. Now, we're not calling for that big of a correction. We're not bears, and Todd's not even seeing that major of correction on the TA. But I'm just saying, markets are cyclical. We are approaching record-setting gains, and usually things don't go up forever. We have to realize, zoom out, that we have gone from 3120 up to over $11,000 in a short period of time, and even a correction to 9,000 or 10,000 does not kill Bitcoin by any means. And just let's not be putting the house on the line here at 11,000. You should have been doing it with us when Bitcoin crossed below 4,000. That is when the easy gains were made. That is when you can kind of sit back and relax here, take some profits, get in some tether, or have some stops in play and feel good about it. I would not recommend going all in or using a substantial amount of your credit card debt or paychecks buying at these levels. I know if you go on Twitter that you go on here, and I can probably hit the home button and find 4 things that say Bitcoin's going straight to 50,000. But, temper those emotions, guys. Sit back, relax, and let's see what we can do and try to find real good entries rather than just, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss the boat. I need to buy here at 11,000.
Now for me to join the FOMO, Mac Rahaman, I think his name was, rolled over. He said, shorts are high, so I did rent you, Mac, because you are correct. Because let's go back and look here. When Bitcoin was at 5,000, we had this sideways movement, and we gave buys during that. A lot of it down here, the red line is the shorts. So you can see as we was trading sideways, shorts was increasing heavily, and longs were decreasing. So that's why this came under huge pressure here, went from blue to gold. So that was kind of telling you we could have liftoff. And then if you remember at 6,000, I was uncomfortable saying I thought we could really go to the upside. A lot of that, again, was this shorts were still extremely high over here at the 6,000 mark. So that told me to be on the lookout for an explosion to the upside. So now, my God, we're over here at 11,000, and shorts from here, from about 8,000 to 11,000, shorts continue to increase. The only real fly in the ointment is the green line is not coming down. Longs are not liquidating. They have also increased. That's why you don't have the gold down here at these lows, which would probably be ringing the buy bell. Now they're back here a little more at neutral. But it does look like shorts need it crammed one more time, or a few more times. So that's why, I'd like to see a pullback to 10 or a 9,200 or something, because probably that would set up more shorts to come in, longs to liquidate, and that might get us ripe then for a turnaround back to 12,000 or something, or 13,000, I don't know. So again, I think it's scary up here. Love to have a break so the software could give us a buy and then also get these shorts caught again, because they've already been caught a lot. So, and then let's go back. If you go to the blog, Carrie had updated this earlier. Bitcoin price surge might partially be attributed to potentially lower interest rates. I have been kind of saying that because this is the TLT, which was one of my better trades this year on my stocks and mutual funds that I manage. So we had buys back here at 119, 120. We did give a sell this day and the next day. We did talk about the technometer coming down to oversold here quickly, which meant we could probably go to new highs, which it did. So TLT is a 20-year U.S. Treasury. So as this goes up, interest rates come down. Low interest rates keeps the stock market high, keeps everybody, they're willing to take risk, which then I think people are willing to take money from the stock market over to cryptos. So I do think lower interest rates keeps this crypto game alive. So in the future, we might want to watch TLT to see if it gives us any type of sell. But right now, it looks like I think TLT probably on any type of pullback would be a buy and would keep us going higher. So then you're seeing that in, which has been a big trade for us. We're along that down here at the 2050 level. And disregard kind of the green and red arrows. I tried to teach a little bit about the technometer to Discord people, just showing how to trade it. But here today we had another big up day. So, metals are going up because of low interest rates as well. So this one still looks higher. We are extremely overbought. But even today we have a big rally and come off of overbought. So I still think here somewhere on GDX we'll have some type of correction. And then probably you want to buy that for continued gains, which again is probably the same thing on Bitcoin. Some type of correction and then buy it for continued gains. And one more UUP. That one is falling out of the head and shoulders top up here, you can see. A little more selling, damn it. A little more selling today. So you can see the big red bar here. That's probably the sign of weakness. So now we probably need to rally back up to that support level. Rally back up here maybe to 2605, 2610. And then probably still downward. So that's when I tried to get short. I did get stopped out back here when I went through resistance. I had my stop way too close. A mistake on my part. I think the UUP still is making a big top, which again keeps, because there we are in a 1-year chart. So there's a lot of downside available here. And I think we're going to do it. You can see it. We fell out of this long-term uptrend and then came up to try to kiss it again. Couldn't re-enter it. And now rolling over. So I think the dollar's done. I think cryptos are still the game to beat.
I think we lost the stream.
It says still streaming live.
I know. That's what's weird. It says we're streaming live, but everybody's going, and I'm over here on our channel. It's not there.
Chart communication sucks.
Yeah. This is...